Hi, everybody, and welcome to Wellness Warrior Workshop Wednesday. I am JoJo Williams, Platinum Executive and Field Advisory Board of Essanté Organics, and I am really excited to be here with you this evening to talk about something that's really important in building a solid organization. Um, Ernie's over there laughing at me. So we're just going to kind of have a casual talk. You've got four leaders here tonight who have successfully started building really strong, fast-growing organizations, and we just wanted to come on here tonight and share with you how it is that we do that, how we get that momentum going, keep that momentum going, and I'll go ahead and get started here. One of the things that I'd like to start talking about is what happens when people first sign up with you? What is it that you should do? Because those first 48 hours are really important. The first thing I do is I send out a welcome email with the links of the Facebook links of the people I want them to hook up with, the other leaders in the company that I know will support them, my upline, and other information. I also schedule a time to talk with them in 48 hours so that we can go over their why. And I tell them between now and then to do the getting started training and fill out the why paperwork. And when I talk about their why with them, I want to go much deeper than goals. I want to go much deeper than I'd like to be making $10,000 a month by the end of 2014 because I want to travel. I'd like to buy a better car. You know, those are great goals and so attainable here in this industry. But I like to know your why that makes you cry. So that's one thing that I go over. Once we've had that phone call and gotten to really know each other well, I tell them that before they contact anybody, and I make this clear in the beginning, don't start talking to people just yet. Before they contact anybody, I have them read Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. I think that is so important because people get a really good sense of what to expect. And then I have them put their list together, and in groups of 10, we will go over their list of who they have to talk to, and they'll tell me everything they know about them, and I will say how I would approach them, and then we get the three ways rolling in. I also recommend they read the book Go for No by Richard Fenton, because that's an amazing book, and it really changes the way we look at rejection. So for me, it's really important how I get somebody started. Now, mind you, there are people who will sign up and will never follow through with that call, will not do the getting started training. You can only put so much effort into that person. One of the things that I learned, and I learned this the hard way, is to not want it more for others than they want it for themselves. That is a slippery slope to go down, and the truth is you can never want it more for somebody than they want it for themselves. You have to spend your time with those who want it. And it doesn't matter how talented we are in the beginning. If we want it, we're out there seeking it. We're asking for it. We're taking appointments that we set, phone calls, all of that. We're taking that seriously. And my time is very valuable. I have a really large team now. So it's important to me to utilize my time to focus on those who really want to succeed. And I know that we all learn that in network marketing because we start out wanting to save the world, and I have a feeling that Ernie can shed a little light on some of this as well. Ernie, can you hear me?
I sure can, JoJo. So,
Go ahead.
you know what you're talking about. I mean, really, it is about the speed of the pack. It is truly the speed of the leader. I mean, when somebody comes into Asante Nation, and it really is Asante Nation. When somebody comes in here and gets activated, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting them plugged in immediately. It's getting them plugged in right away to what we got going on here. I mean, what we have going on here at Asante, I mean, is just amazing. And JoJo hit it right on the head with getting people plugged in right away to the Get Started training, getting them activated. I mean, the minute they hit the ground with what we have going on, we get them activated. We get them excited. I mean, teamwork. And I say it on every three-way that I'm on with them when we're talking with someone, Teamwork does create the dream work. How can we get you? How can we get you to start dreaming? It's really time to start dreaming again. I mean, where do you want to build a team? How do you want to build a team? Now for us, what we see working, and a lot of us here at Essanté, is the ad script books. We really, I mean, we want somebody really to get plugged in with getting that ad script book, and when they come on our team, I mean, and we do this as a team. It truly is about the team, because, ladies and gentlemen, with the way this compensation plan is laid out, with what we have here at Essanté, it's getting people excited about the products. I mean, excitement. I get just a little bit excited about what we have here. It's about getting people excited about what we have, but also getting them plugged in right away. And with what we do is we get them plugged in right away with getting the ads, but making sure they're on their 100-point auto ship, on their 100-point easy order, and getting them plugged in right away with the ad script book. Because what we see happening is when you can show someone how to generate a lead within their first 48 hours, something magical happens, because it's something that they've never ever seen in this industry. It's something they've never had before, is someone who takes them by the hand and shows them how to actually generate leads. And we see it happening time after time again. And then it's really the team support, whether it's team support through Team One Love. And we make sure that's really, make sure they're plugged into everything. Make sure they're plugged in to the Hangouts. Make sure they're plugged into the SoundCloud. Make sure they're plugged into everything that is encompassing here. Make sure they're plugged into Team One Love. Make sure that we're all working in cohesion to create that excitement. Because I tell you what, I mean, in all the years of being in this industry, I've never seen a group of people come together like what we have here at Essanté. So that's just a little bit. It's really creating that excitement, but also showing someone how to generate their own leads so that they could get this sense of self-worth. And I tell you what, when you could really show that vision and show that it works, because they see it work, it's magic happens, and then we create this thing called synergy. And when synergy happens, folks, it truly is a wonderful thing. Jojo, I'm going to pass it back over to you.
So, Ernie, I'm listening to you, and one of the things I know about you is that you spend a good portion of your day doing three-way calls in your organization. Getting a phone conversation with you so that we can brainstorm on trainings or different things going on, both serving on the field advisory board. I literally have to schedule time with you because you will be booked out for 4 solid hours of doing three-way calls. Are you generating that massive amount of momentum in your team? Is that the ad system?
It is strictly using the ad system, and like today, it was solid from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. Tomorrow it's 1 p.m. till 8 p.m. And it's just a magical thing, and it really is. Once again, I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. The speed of the pack is the speed of the leader. It's doing what it takes to be that leader for the team and support your team. So yeah, it's all about that three-way support,
Absolutely.
and letting people be comfortable with what we have.
And so I'm really excited because we actually have one of your teammates on here with us today, Jerry Miller, who was just recently reached the rank of gold, our second pay rank here in Essanté, one of 3 easy pay ranks to reach. And he was also nominated to the presenter board, and that's why he's here with us tonight doing this training, because he's now a presenter. And we're so excited. I got to meet Zach in person in Phoenix, and it was just awesome getting to meet him. And I'm excited he's here because we have kind of a nice dynamic. Zach is actually on Ernie's team. And Zach, I'd really like to hear in your words how you feel that this team, this fast-growing team, is taking place. How Ernie has affected you in duplicating, and you're obviously duplicating within your own organization. Share your thoughts on that, would you please?
Sure. Can you hear me, Jojo?
I can hear you just fine. I see you've got your cutie there.
You do. I guess I'll show everybody what I've been looking at the whole time.
Oh,
Put him over this way. So I'm feeding him. Hopefully he doesn't cry. The wife's out of town, so I'm pulling Mr. Mom duty, and at the same time growing my business. So yes, I mean three-way support is huge. You can't do this business alone. Ernie says it all the time. The days of the Lone Ranger are over. Especially with Essanté, the way Assante's comp plan is mapped out. You have to help people hit the rank in order for you to hit your rank. And if you don't help people, you become a revolving door, unfortunately. So three-way support is absolutely crucial. We use the classified ad system very heavily. We keep Ernie very busy in three ways, and he absolutely loves it. And duplications going down through the system. What we do is we teach what we do, and we just have them duplicate that. And three ways are a big part. Ernie's helped me out tremendously, giving me unlimited support, three-way support. He's an absolute mastermind, genius at three ways, and now I'm duplicating on my team, doing three ways. And our goal is to pass down exactly what we do, so that eventually we can step back and just let our team grow immensely over time.
I love that. That's so important. One of the things that you'll hear a lot in this industry is don't reinvent the wheel. There's a system in place, and it really is something that can be simple to do. You are definitely the leader of your pack, and what I'm hearing here is that the pace that Ernie is setting is definitely being duplicated down to you, Zach, and you're duplicating that down to your team, and all of you are working together as this united front. And while I'm sitting here, you guys, and I'm asking these questions, I actually know how this all works, because this is something that all of us leaders practice. In fact, one of my upline is on here today, and that's Jane Orlove, who is probably one of the most amazing women. For me, it's been just priceless to have Jane to go to for support, and she is always there, whatever I need, because we all have those tough days where you want to quit, right, or where things are just frustrating. And having Jane there as my support, I'm reminded that I'm capable and I can do this. And I have to say that my team keeps me pretty busy with three-way calls and chat, and I keep that constant connection. And I know Jane has some things that she wants to share with us that she does with her team, with her people when they first get started. Jane, how do you keep your team rocking? I'm going to pretend like I don't know.
Hi, Jojo. Thank you so much for the introduction. And before I go to my topic, I wanted to touch base a little bit about the three-way calls, because people who are new, they don't know what a three-way call is, what is it, and how does it work. The way that it works is that you people who are you talking to, especially if you know that person, they are more likely to believe somebody else who instead of you, because they already know you. And so if you bring your upline who is successful on the line and who knows more than you do, that you bring them on the line, and then you edify them. You say how awesome they are, that they are successful in the business, that they are this and that. You edify the person. That is an essential point. You can't miss it. You can't just get somebody on the line and say, here you go, talk to Jane, she knows better. you need to kind of like, we edify our corporate. For example, if we speak on a three-way call with Angie Levine, we say she's been on the stage with Dr. Deepak Chopra and Tony Robbins, and she's been on a DVD with Oprah Winfrey. So whatever all the high points of the the rank or the successful income, or that they're on like, for example, when I speak with my team members, I say that I'm on a field advisory board, so that it builds authority. And when you introduce your other person, your prospect on the line, share a little bit about them. Share if you know their why or what they're struggling with. They want to stay home with the kid, or they want to have more income, or they want to have more freedom. Share what you know a little bit about them, so that your upline, who you have the three-way call with, knows what points to hit on. So that's very, very important. And what I wanted to cover for me, when I bring somebody in the business, if they don't have network marketing industry experience, or they have experience but they have never actually been successful in it, I have them watch Brilliant Compensation video by Team Sales, and that actually explains how network marketing industry works, and that brings a lot of credibility and confidence in the industry itself, because I know that people who don't have confidence in the industry, they will not share the opportunity or the products because they will feel shy. I remember when I started, and every time I heard network marketing or I heard the name multi-level marketing, I was like, oh my gosh, how can you say that so openly? It's kind of like I'm I'm very shy about sharing this, and if people ask me if it's a network marketing company, I would, make up all kinds of different excuses and say, oh no, but ours is not a pyramid, oh no, and then when you try to defend it, it actually, the people will not join you. So you need to have such a strong belief in our industry that when people talk to you, I mean, if you don't have the belief yet, get somebody on the three-way call that has the belief that the prospect hears it in the phone conversation. For example, I had somebody talked to me on the phone recently, and they said, oh, I love the toxic-free and organic products, but is it MLM? And then I asked them a question, what do you know about MLM? And so they started talking about, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, this and that, and I started explaining to them that it's basically just a different distribution channel of products. Instead of going through the middleman, we pay our distributors for their marketing efforts. So if you kind of, and when you watch the Brilliant Compensation Plan, you will know all those how to handle those objections. So I definitely recommend to all of my team to watch that video. Also, I make sure that they get plugged into Team One Love, and also to receive newsletters so that they are plugged in, like Ernie said, that they're know how to get to the SoundCloud recordings, because when I started as well, I was in my headset 24/7. And I recommend that to people who, go run errands, or they do activities where they can listen to their headset, definitely listen to training. However, if they're available, I recommend them not to get overwhelmed with training. So once they kind of like read the first year network marketing, so they're vaccinated with some of the hurdles that we will experience in our industry, then get to share our opportunity. So, but the sharing of the opportunity is more important than know everything about every single product. And like I said, the belief in the industry and belief in yourself is more important than knowing the facts, how the product works and what ingredient it has, because you can read all of that on the website. You don't have to study it. What you have to do is work on your mindset and work on your belief systems. Also, I tell them that I kind of tell them that it's not an easy road. You will have to work. At the beginning, it's like any business. You have to start and get customer base. You have to get. You will not earn $5,000 a month next month. You have to commit, like we have in our trainings. You have to commit to a period of time to start the business rolling. And I tell them, I will meet your every effort. I'm here for you, but I will meet you every effort, like Angie Levine says, because I'm not going to run after you if you don't call me. I'm not going to run after you and say, what's up, how are you, because I have plenty of people who need my help. So I kind of set that expectations for sure, and people are willing to work really, really hard, but you have to set that expectation at the beginning. It's not like, oh, I'm going to do everything for you, I'm going to babysit you, I'm going to hand you and do everything for you. No, I'm going to help you, but I'm going to meet you every effort, and then you can stand up on your own and run your own team, because we are here working, everybody is working for ourselves, but we do work in teams. So I set the expectations straight up, and also I tell them that when they are experiencing some not right away success, that it's okay, everybody goes through that, and they need to change their state. So before getting on a three-way call, I witnessed it with Dr. J.G. Levine in the corporate, like I shared on a Go for Gold call recently. Even Dr. J.G. Levine, you know, the president of our company, before he has a call, three-way call or a closing call or any kind of call, he gets up, does some push-ups, does jumping jacks, and sings some loud, great songs, and then he gets on the call. So changing of state is really, really important. I'm going to go back to you, Jojo.
Thank you. Thank you. You made such powerful points. I love that you said that you don't set them up for false expectations. That's something that is so important to me. It's very important to me because, for one, this industry is amazing. It's unlimited in potential, but it's completely different than working a job where we have a boss and we just have to do the bare minimum to get by. And this industry is a self-development course, and I always let people know that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And anybody who's telling you, join me and you'll make quick money, they are lying to you, or you might be entering into a pyramid scam. Check and make sure there's real products there. This is a pay-it-forward business. However, if you do exactly as Jane said and commit for amount of time, eventually you won't have to work anymore. I mean, when I first joined Essanté 14 months ago, I made a commitment to myself right in the beginning. I'm going to give this one solid year, giving my all. I'm going to reach out to everybody. I'm going to work towards taking a position of leadership. And I've literally, every goal that I set through the year, I have matched or exceeded. And that's because during the times where I was frustrated, I reminded myself that I committed to using these products, staying on auto ship, and working it for a year. And so when that year came up 2 months ago, I set another 5-year goal because I know that I'm home. And I love that you brought up the belief in the business, Jane. That truly is so essential. Now, you guys just saw Zach Miller on here with his child. For him, being able to be with his children and spend more time with his children is a huge part of why he joined this business. I know that from getting to know him personally. I know that Ernie is, and I'll let him expand more, but he's very dedicated to his faith and his family, and so this industry is the only industry that allows him to do that, and it has unlimited potential. When people ask me, are you in network marketing? Is it one of those MLM things? I always say proudly that I am absolutely in network marketing, and I couldn't imagine being in anything else. When they say, you know, that's one of those pyramid scams, one of the things I ask them is, where did you hear that? Who told you that this is a pyramid scam? What information do you have to back up that assumption? Because generally, they are just mindlessly repeating what they've heard other people mindlessly repeat. And I know this because I used to mindlessly repeat that. I used to say for 5 years, in fact, when approached by my sister for 5 different opportunities, that I don't do those network marketing things. Those things are scams. And I had no idea what I was talking about. It was ridiculous of me to make such a statement on something that I had never even done my own research or homework on. So, Ernie, I'm going to let you expand on that. I see you over there shaking your head. So I know you've got some stuff to add here.
You know, you bet I do, Jojo. I mean, all this information is totally wonderful. See, the key to all this, folks, the key to building a team, the key to creating this, it truly is. I mean, it's going to sound cliche, but you know, we can fish for everybody and we can feed everybody fish, but until we teach someone to fish, we're really doing a disservice. For many, many years, I thought it was truly about, you know what, how many people could I bring in and I'll give them away to my people? And that was all great, and sure, I was helping people achieve income, but you know what? There was no duplication to it. What we do here, what truly sets us apart now, after really diving in and really dialing this in, is we're leaders creating leaders. We truly are leaders creating leaders. We're not leaders creating followers. We don't want followers. We want other leaders. We want you. That's right, you, wellness warrior. We want you to be a leader. We want you to step up and be a leader. And you know what? It's going to take time. It doesn't happen overnight. And some are going to run out at 50 miles per hour, and others are going to be going at 10 miles per hour. But you're going to get there. Just stick with it through persistency and consistency. you will definitely get there. It's all about, I mean, it's all about being able to cut that proverbial umbilical cord, because then until you could till you could cut that umbilical cord and teach the baby to drink milk as Zach was doing there with his baby, and then teach the baby to walk, and then coddle that baby and teach them to grow. Eventually you will become the leader for your team. And when you can become the leader for your team and teach your team to become the leader for their team, it's a beautiful, beautiful line of duplication. You know, like JoJo said, I mean, I got tired of trading time for money. I missed my 3 children growing up. I totally missed it, because at that time I was a cabinet manufacturing manager, and I was working on an average of 80 hours a week. I totally missed it. That's why I do what I do. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on three-ways, spent a lot of time assisting the team, but you know what? It's so worth it for the time freedom that this industry, that this wonderful industry, and heck yeah, somebody asked me, is that one of them there MLM things? I said, well, heck yeah, it is. I wouldn't do anything but. But it truly is. I mean, we're in the personal development industry. This business, this network marketing thing, Essanté Organics, I mean, look around you. Feel the vibe, this energy, this positive energy that flows through Team One Love, the positive energy that flows on these hangouts, the positive energy that you get on all these trainings. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a personal development industry, and Essanté Organics does it better than any other company out here. Maybe I'm a little biased, I don't know, but I truly feel we truly are leaders creating leaders. So let me ask you this, Essanté Nation. Let me ask you this, Wellness Warrior. Are you ready to be that next leader? I truly think you are, because you've got a great group of support here at Essanté Nation, Essanté Organics. Back to you, JoJo.
I love that you said Essanté Nation, and that's kind of Ernie's key coined phrase there, and it's true. And you know, you might have heard, you keep hearing the mention of Team One Love. For those of you who are new and listening in, that is a corporate secret group on Facebook with over 1,000 members who are laser focused specifically on Essanté Organics and have come together to gain support and behind the scenes amazing training, and it's a very, very valuable tool for those who are committed to creating a successful path in Essanté. I know that Jenya had something else that she wanted to add. I'm going to hand it over to you, Jenya.
Thank you, Jojo. And I actually wanted to say, you know, a lot of people are thinking that their job is a security, you know, and that they will, instead of doing the network marketing, because network marketing does take a lot of effort at the beginning to start earning the great income. However, they say, no, I'll just work, you know, and I look at the alternatives. So what are their alternatives? You will work, and then you have no security. If you know, you will keep that job. You know, we have a lot of new generation that is spent so much money in the college, you know, paying for college education and for the university loans, and then they have hard time finding a job. And I had my kids were in the acting industry, and we thought, oh, you know, a kid could go shoot a commercial for 3 minutes and get $30,000. And that's true. Kids get a lot of money in those commercials that you watch. However, the process of the selecting the kid, we had great managers. We were in Hollywood, living there for a while, and the selecting of the children is such a huge competition, and it doesn't depend on your efforts. So here you are, you have this opportunity, and you have a business that is taxed, that has tremendous tax advantages. You are throwing money away if you don't have a small business. You can write off a lot of things: your office, your samples, your driving, your phone, your computer, part of your house, because you're working from home. Also, this business is willable. Where else have you seen any other opportunity that you can work and put the effort in, and then your children and your grandchildren can benefit from that? And that is a free self-development course. You know, we teach self-development, we teach marketing skills, We teach psychology trainings. Everything is for free. Where else can you find it in any education or university? We teach skills that will benefit you for life. So that's what I explain people. And yes, it does take effort. So if you are right now, if you're strapped for money and you're desperate, I tell them, you know what? It's better for you to start part-time instead of you jumping in with high expectations and then quitting and saying it's not working. So you better go get a temporary job that pays you right away so that you can afford your authorship, and then build it slower but steadier. Thank you, Jojo.
Thank you so much, Jane. Those were some valuable points. And I'm going to reintegrate again the whole key belief, because believing in this business it truly is key. And when you believe in it, you set that pace for your team to believe in it. When we first enter into network marketing, or if we've had several experiences with companies that didn't work, first, let me just disclose this. Every successful person in this industry did not do it overnight. Did not. There's no overnight success stories. Some people it took 15, 20 years. Some people it took 5 to 7. It all depends on timing is a big, huge factor. Getting in at the right time with the right company, with the right product. That's really, really important. But nobody does it overnight. So throw the timeline out the window. You don't need evidence of success via I have this amount of money in my bank account. You need evidence of daily success, of you overcoming your fears. Another thing that Jenya brought up that you might have heard was willable. And yes, this business is willable, but Essanté Organics comp plan specifically, because most companies do not offer that option to will your income to your family. That means if anything were to, God forbid, happen to me, my grandchildren and my children are already set up. My growing income for the rest of Essanté history will be paid to my grandchildren and my children. And how exciting is that? No job could offer me that. And another valuable point, you just want to set the pace of excitement. You want to let people know that they are supported. You want to be there on the good days and the bad days. Edification is extremely important. When people are doing good, you've got to recognize your team. Recognize your team. Recognize them on Facebook. Recognize them with a phone call. And something that is really, really valuable, send them a personalized note. That's something that people will never forget. Make sure you recognize people when they're doing good and they're trying, and people want to be recognized, and it gives them that sense of encouragement, and they may not even realize that they're doing that good, but you're seeing them trying, and you can point it out to them, and that's really important in building a strong team. Zach, I know that you had, Jenya wanted to say something else. Go ahead, hon.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Before I forget, actually, it's really, really important to see the qualities that you're looking for in a growing leader and encourage them before they see that in themselves. It's really important, because we see qualities in the people that join and they're hungry, and if you give them compliments and see that in them, always tell them about that, definitely, because they can't see them in themselves yet.
And you know what? You absolutely did that with me. You had been in Essanté for a year before I came along and ended up in your downline, and you were always there to encourage me and help me to believe in myself to take a leadership position. And Ernie said we create leaders here, and he was not lying. And it really starts from talk about leading a team. Corporate has really set that structure. Essanté does not buy leaders, we create them. Everybody starts at an equal playing ground here. All the leaders that you see on all these hangouts and recognized on the corporate site, we all started right where you are starting right now. How exciting is that? And we're looking for more leaders, because we understand that that is what building a successful business is all about. That's what residual income is all about. Michael said to me once, and it's true, I'm living it now. He said the first $1,000 residual income, I'm not talking sign-up bonuses or any of that, the first $1,000 residual income, you are going to do a lot of work that you feel like you're not getting paid for. And then when you hit that 1,000, you're going to blink, and overnight you're going to be making 5,000 a month. That's the way this business works, and it's really about duplication. Think about it. As your organization grows, you have more people in your organization that are going out and are talking to people. You're doing 3-ways. You have other people on your team doing 3-ways. You have your upline doing 3-ways. Everybody's supporting each other, so it starts to grow exponentially. It's just so fast. Everything just starts to take off. So literally, getting to that first 1,000 seems like a lot of work you're not getting paid for. When you hit that 1,000, overnight, things just start growing. You can take a month off and you'll be like, wow, my income's still growing. It's crazy to see that happen. Zach, I know you had to step out for a minute. Did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Actually, I thought my computer blew up there for a minute, so I'm glad it didn't. We're back here. It kind of just blipped out and came back. Yeah, I mean, you definitely hit it on the head. It doesn't happen overnight. I tell people it's a marathon with sprints in strategic format. And ultimately, you know, I work an average about 13 hours a day. So I work 13 hours a day at my normal job. I still have time for Essanté. I have 2 kids. You know, anybody can really grow this business. You really have to want it. And Angie says it the best, you know, if there's a pile of cash on the other side of a wall and you only had a spoon, do you really want it? What's it going to take? How long are you going to pick at that wall to get to the other side? And that's truly what it is. You know, it's your desire. It's how bad do you want it? Because anybody can make it happen. Anybody can take this wonderful income, wonderful opportunity, amazing products, corporate, everything's in place. Everything is there for anyone to succeed. The missing piece is you. You're the missing piece. And if you fit in there and you follow what the leaders say, plug in, you know, stay as close to the fire as possible. I recommend my team listen to at least one of the calls a day, even if it's a recording. You know, try to get in that habit. Habits form success. And, you know, stay plugged in. You're the missing link. Believe in yourself. That's pretty much it.
So Ernie, it's got to be a proud moment for you. You know, Zach is an amazing guy, and you guys have got an amazing partnership. And I say that because truly working with you, we're all business partners, and you always give off that air. And you've been announcing a lot of ranks in your team, and your team is growing really fast. And so that's got to feel good. Did you have anything else you wanted to add on that?
No, I just want to say thank you to Essanté, thank you to you, Joe, and Jane, and Zach, and all the other leaders, on the presenters board, all the other leaders of field advisory board, our corporate entity, the new person that's looking at it. If you're looking at Essanté right now for the first time, I want to say thank you for even taking a look at what we have here. You know, when I talk to people and as we talk, you know, it's never about me. It's about the team. It's always about the team. And when I mean team, it doesn't have to be my direct team. It's all of us working together for one common goal. And that goal is the success of Essanté. Because when we're looking at that, and we're working together for the success of Essanté, we're all going to be successful ourselves, and that's truly where it's at. Yeah, I tell you what, I've actually worked with Zach for almost 8 years now, and to watch Zach grow, and we've had some rough times, but to watch Zach grow and to know where Zach's come from, to see where Zach's at today as a leader himself, I am so proud, and to watch these others go through these rank advancements, it's just, it truly is. But you know what? We couldn't have done it without the way the structure is set up here at Essanté Organics. So thank you, Michael Winiger. Thank you, Dr. J.J. Levine. Thank you, Angie Levine. And thank you, Danny Winiger, for giving us just the best company in the world. Back to you, JoJo.
Oh, thank you all so much. We have the most amazing corporate staff. They give of themselves, so dedicated, wholeheartedly. It's amazing. First of all, just to develop a personal relationship with them, you just don't get that. They're not represented by some PR, public relations persona. You get to know the real people, and that's really what we're all about here. So you heard it here, guys. You know, build momentum in your team by being the momentum yourself. If you're sitting there and you're saying, you know, I've got a team, but they're not doing anything. Your team is a mirror reflection of you. You set the pace. And yes, given there will be people who won't do anything, but the name of this game is to continue to go out there and share this amazing opportunity. And when you have that core belief, you believe with everything in you that this is the only industry for you, that this industry is amazing, you have that belief solidified within you, you're able to share with others without trying to hide from something. You don't have that. So, you know, get your people plugged in. Make sure that you're involved with them. If they don't want to be involved with you, move on. Focus on those who want it. Be there as support. Congratulate, edify. Set the pace. Set the pace. Be the example that you want to see within your organization. And if the people on your team aren't doing anything, don't waste one single minute. Sit around crying about it. Go out there and do something. Do something, as I guarantee you, you will find other people who will do something with you, because the odds say the majority of us aren't going to do it, but those of us who are, we are doing it, and we are doing it big. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Ernie's pointing at me.
No, Jane. I think Jane has something to say.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pass it over to Jane, and I'll let her close it out. Thank you for joining us, and it's all you, Jane.
Thank you, Jojo. Yes, I just remembered saying that what it says in the first year network marketing book. It's better to find new people who are excited than for people whose excitement already died out and they don't want to do anything. And so don't focus on the people who do not want it, like you said, and go get new people who will appreciate it. And also, by recruiting more people, you will show your team example. Instead of getting into management mode and managing the existing people, don't fall out from the recruiting mode so that you bring more people in the business. And yes, thank you so much, everybody. And we will have amazing training, not amazing training, we'll always have amazing training. We'll have a live webinar tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific. So definitely invite anybody who might be interested in the business, because we have live, exciting environment. Ernie does an amazing job at doing those, and it really, really has a very high closing ratio of success, because people see what we have here is very unique. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.